Today I'm making what I call hamburger stew. I've got about 3/4 of a pound of hamburger meat or ground beef in my pot here, and I've got about 1/4 of an onion chopped up and about a tablespoon of minced garlic. And I'm going to brown the meat and saute the onion and garlic while the meat is cooking. This is just some leftover ground beef that I had the last time I made cowboy beans. And I'll get this going, keep stirring it around until the ground beef is browned. The meat has browned up nicely and the onions look good and tender. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt and a little bit of black pepper. And I'm going to pour in 2 cups of chicken broth. You could also use beef broth. Either one will work. And I'm taking shortcuts today because I want this to get done in a hurry. You can start with raw vegetables and let them cook. It just takes more time, so I'm using canned vegetables today. I've got a can of sliced carrots, and none of these are drained. And I've got a can of whole kernel corn. And a can of sliced potatoes. And a can of diced tomatoes. And we like lima beans or butter beans as they're called. Now if you don't like lima beans, you can leave them out, or you can use some other kind of bean like an October bean or Great Northern bean. So get this stirred together. I'm going to turn the heat up and let it come back to a boil. And after it does, I've got a couple more things that I want to add. The stew is boiling nicely, so I'm going to add the remaining ingredients. The first one is Kitchen Bouquet. This is a browning and seasoning sauce. This will give the stew a deep, rich flavor. So I'm going to start with a tablespoon. See how that looks? That looks pretty good. That's enough. And next I'm going to put in about 1/3 of a cup of barley. And that will make our stew extra hearty. And next is a cup of elbow macaroni. That helps add some body to it. Now, if you like a more tomatoey stew, you could add tomato sauce or tomato paste to it. This is my personal preference. So we'll just bring that back up to a boil and let it cook until the macaroni is done. And after that, we'll just turn it on low and let it simmer. At this point, the macaroni is done. So the only thing left to do is to turn this down real low and let it simmer for just a few more minutes until supper time. And that's it. Hamburger stew.